The daily grind got you living in the grey? Well, stop weeping into your tankard and throw a coin on the bar for Captain Seafloor, and he'll spin some lore for you. They call themselves Corneliaco, and they were a collective of the bravest, baddest, shortest idiots that's ever come around these parts. They traveled all across Aventide and ended up sailing straight into Doom itself. A place of nothing but death and terror. I know, because I've been there myself, but I can tell you it ain't no picnic. Their journey began some time before with a mysterious invite from a stranger that took them into the Darthwood, the forest of the dead. That's when they came upon a most unsavory figure by the name of Daye, the spitting image of one of the 7 adventurers. Turns out, Daye and their friend were merely fragments of a powerful god king, Eleazar the Deathless. One of 10 fragments, to be exact. This god king Eleazar shattered himself along the world thousands of years ago, leaving his fragments scattered throughout the world. And shattered he lay for 1,000 years. But to hide a power like Eleazar's forever? No, that would be impossible. Now, the oracles of Aventide have envisioned his return, and whispers of his ending slumber echo through the halls of fate. Unless they could collect the fragments and bring them together, who knows what destruction a shattered god could want. Well, Corneliaco, you remember them, set off to make Eleazar whole again. They faced monstrous clackers and hordes of undead. They felt monsters taller than an inn. And some of them even got lucky. At the gambling tables, you pervert. And now, fate leads them into the mouth of the sea and off the very edge of the known world, straight into the belly of the Crimson Madness. That's right. Dead men sometimes tell tales. Now, buy me another round.
Hello, everyone.
Hey!
Welcome to MinusOneCHarisma, the second best Dungeons & Dragons stream on the internet. We're excited to be here on this Monday evening for a lot of you, or maybe it's a Tuesday morning for some of you.
Monday. Be there.
Monday someday. How's everyone doing? Everyone's good?
Doing good.
Just living the dream, buddy.
We're just listening to the silk smooth sounds of Daye and her new microphone.
Ooh.
I'm a real streamer now. I'm a real
All
streamer.
right. Nice.
Sure you are.
Like
Get it.
you know, the
Don't tell them,
Declaration
Kate.
of Independence or something. Just real quick, something short.
What?
Hey, Hojin.
You want me to?
Hojin,
Oh, I could do the
21
preamble.
He's just
Okay.
trying
We,
to
the
make it
people,
weird.
in order to form a more perfect union, establish. Oh shit! Establish wealth, ensure domestic tranquility,
That's in there, by the
provide
way.
for
Yeah.
the common
Oh,
defense, ensure the general welfare, and I don't know.
Of course.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
got
It's been a
it.
while.
I
Nice.
wouldn't
been a
be able to
while.
memorize that if it was unless
It's
it's
been a
been
while.
It would have to be a song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, that's right. You know, I didn't actually see that until I was like 20.
Wow.
Like well after I should have
Are you
seen
okay?
it.
Reads.
No one ever
That
played it
reads.
for me. Like no, you know, like
We watched
you're
it in
supposed to see it in
school.
like government, right?
You went to
You
public
know-
school, right?
I saw
did.
it as a senior in high school. That was the first time I saw it, in a government
Yeah.
class. So yeah.
Oh, like they were.
You know-
I'm just a bill.
Yeah, Bill,
sitting on
just a
Capitol.
little old Bill, sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
was
they
way
need
more
to do?
familiar with The Simpsons making fun of those.
Yeah.
That,
I probably
that
saw
says
those
so much
first.
about our culture, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, like, we've got drunk history. What I think we need is like drunk Schoolhouse Rock, where it's like you
Yes!
just
God.
you get drunk
yeah.
and
Why don't
try
we
and
make
remember
that?
it.
So fast.
Brilliant.
Just try to remember it. You're like, I'm Joe, fuck, I'm a Bill. Oh god, I'm on Capitol Hill. I know.
You learn it at
There's
the
a-
top of the video. You learn it
Yeah,
sober,
yeah,
and then you
yeah.
keep drinking and try see how much
Yeah.
you can remember the more you drink.
And there's a whole orchestra, like there's an entire like 50-piece band, and they're just like waiting. And you're like,
I'd go
oh,
watch that.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Why can't we do this? I feel like we need
I'm
to
the
be people
shot
to put
heard
this,
around the
put this into the world.
was the start of the revolution. Elbow room, everybody needs some elbow room.
Oh, wow, you
I
know.
watched the history one a lot.
All right.
You've
Yeah.
never ridden on a train in Japan, have you? Elbow room, elbow room. If you got elbow
No, that's
room,
why
you're
it's about
doing it
American
wrong.
history.
Get
Literally about
closer
American
together.
history.
Have you guys
Not-
seen those videos of people getting like
Yes.
pushed in by others into
Yes,
those
it's
Yes.
upsetting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really that makes my like
yeah,
this part of me
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go.
yeah.
Oh, touchy. No.
Yeah.
Wild, wild.
Like if
You
I'm
just
in the
start
back of a
screaming,
minivan and it's too hot, I'm like, no, I can't. There's no way out. We're all gonna die.
I've
Like if the
always
windows
had,
can't come
like-
down, no way, man.
I've always had like a weird. I don't know why this is like a dream of mine, but to have like an album, like a music album, and my band, and we're on the very outside of that train getting pushed by people, and the band like the cover album. I don't even think you have album art anymore, but like the album art is us just getting shoved into one of those trains.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I don't know why.
No, I would be.
I
Yeah,
can 100% see that.
I would buy that.
Yeah.
I would. Buy
I'll be
that.
on that
I wouldn't
cover.
listen
Let's
to
do
it, but I would buy it.
I would also buy it and not listen to it to
I
support
listen
you.
to it on mute. Yeah.
I would take one of the songs and make a TikTok dance out of it for you. Aw.
Wow.
Nice.
There
Yeah.
we
There you go.
Aw.
There we go.
Damn.
Viral.
The
Aw.
real friend out here.
Real
Yeah.
friends,
Let
for
me,
real.
Let me just go send you an album art that I shot in Japan last week. Just kidding. All right. Lots to do today. Lots to do, which means we're gonna change gears.
Is that a Michelob
Ready.
Ultra? What is that you just opened?
It's a different kind of changing gears.
When in Aventide, right?
Oh my gosh.
Michelob
Oh,
Ultra.
heavens.
I would see.
It's
I could
only
see that. You know
100
what?
calories, James.
You know
It's
what?
only
I-
100 calories.
I could see. I could see Kate's
I don't know
favorite
what that
beer
is.
being like Mickey's or something like that.
My favorite
I- No, I'm just
Yeah, or
saying,
like
like
Milwaukee's
if
Beast.
someone, if someone was like to tell me like, oh, Kate drinks exclusively Keystone, I'd be like,
Checks
I don't
out.
know, I don't know. I'm not, like on
know.
one
I
hand,
know beer.
disgusting.
Like-
on the other hand, I'm not surprised. Like,
Mm.
No.
It's just your gremlin energy that we would believe it.
Fair.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fair,
you just
yeah.
have the gremlin energy that like it would be like, oh, but wait, that makes sense.
Ooh,
It's good though. It's completely shrouding the fact that you have taste, so
Yeah.
you get to keep that a secret.
Yeah.
I don't like
great.
IPAs or sours.
Nothing but Keystone Light for me.
Nothing but water touches these
Ew.
lips.
No. Kirkland Light exclusively in this
Oh,
house.
no. Kirkland doesn't make a beer, do they?
Kirkland Light, that was my college, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure it's
What?
one of the other beers.
yeah, no, I'm sure it's just repackaged Bud Light or whatever, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
Kirkland Signature? Is it the signature?
You get it in bulk at
it's the
Costco?
light. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, it's sold in pallets exclusively. You can't
then
buy
I
less
just
than
get the, I get the,
122 of them at a time.
Kirkland Light Black Label.
That's good
Ooh.
stuff.
Comes in a barrel.
That's good stuff.
Like-
It was fancy.
Yeah, it's just a 55-gallon
College for that
drum.
one.
They just roll it to you out in the back of Costco with the where they do the auto body stuff. Yeah,
I can totally see it. Like, there's the one salesman who sells it, and he's like this old hermity wizard dude. He's like, "You come to buy the black label, eh?"
We all know that Costco
Horribly
is
decrepit.
exclusively run by wizards.
Old wizards. They're like, do you want to try some magic? Here, I got
That's why it's so magical there.
I also have cheese on toothpicks.
I know.
Oh man.
Is that related
have-
to the
we have
magic?
cheese-
No.
Can you eat
No.
lunch there? So all this
Yeah, cheese
because
on
I
on
toothpicks
toothpicks is a
energy drink.
cantrip.
Black
Yeah,
label
basically.
All your
dungeon
fault,
beer.
Kate.
It's your fault, Kate.
Sorry.
A little bit of
Tangent.
Jason's fault too. A little bit of
Alani
Jason's
knew?
fault.
I appreciate this distraction. Alani New, brought to you, woman-owned business.
Beautiful.
Great.
Wonderful.
All right.
Sponsor.
All right. All right. We're gonna get serious now.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Super serial right now.
I'm ready.
Nice. That's good stuff.
Oh my god.
The ocean is peaceful, rocking your ship gently back and forth below your feet. A calm before the storm. In the distance, you can see Vragg's sphere of dark crimson madness, blotting out half of a brilliantly flickering starlight in the sky. And somewhere in the midst of all that chaos, you know, a keep full of monstrous death. The festivities have started to die down in the town of Eddard's End, replaced by a nervous energy, the only blanket for some in town this night. Those who have agreed to fight for their future and the future of those they care about, slowly making preparations, final preparations for some you know. Some praying to the crystalline man for protection. Some praying to the sun that it just won't rise for a few more moments, making the night last just a little longer. The tensions run high, and not just in the town, but on your very crew as well, as the echoes of a heated exchange still slowly echo back and forth in this cave. The first hints of morning start to steal the spotlight of the stars in the sky, far, far into the distance. Steve, caught between what is right and what is necessary, stands upon the ship's deck, contemplating what the morning brings. As Rezek approaches.
Hey, yeah, so pretty heated in there.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. You okay?
No. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just, I'm guessing you heard that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole group did. Small boat.
You kind of
Loud
forget about that
voices.
sometimes.
Yeah, there are times that I forget as well. Well, I just wanted to come out here and let you know that I appreciate what you were saying in there, and honestly, I'm humbled. I think that we've been trying to save the world for so long now. We kind of are a little bit numb to what's important sometimes. And I think you had a good point in there. And I'm sorry that I just think that maybe Dresden was frustrated or maybe worried about tomorrow and took it out on you. But I don't think he meant what he was, saying.
No, it's okay. I didn't expect this whole thing to hit me as hard as it did, but I don't know. Just feels wrong. I had to say something. I get it. You guys are going through a lot, and you have a lot that's weighing on you. Stakes that I don't fully understand yet, but what we're doing is important, but I think that the way we do it is just as important.
Agreed.
That's all.
Agreed. Of course. And honestly, I've been where you are a bunch of times. We have been put into terrible situations a lot over the months, and we've had to make tough decisions. And I, too, have had my problems with how we do things, but I got to tell you every time this group shows that they are here to do the right thing and to save lives. I know that maybe with your past, with your family, it's a little bit of tough road you lived. Maybe trusting is hard, but I want you to know that you can trust that we will do the right thing. It may not seem like it now, but we will. I promise.
Can just way off from the other side of the ship, you hear Trust going, "Why someone calling me?"
No, sorry, Trust. Sorry.
All
My bad.
right.
Got to use the trust word in the right. Sorry. Yes.
I think it matters. No, I understand, and I believe that, and I trust you guys very much. But I don't know. As long as we don't lose sight of what's important, you know what I mean? Because this is a lot of lives that we are potentially going to lose tomorrow, and that's going to be on us, because we knew the stakes, and we knew what was going to be on the other side, and I don't know. I feel like it's on me, or at least it's a responsibility for us to share that, so that they are aware of what's going to happen, what they're getting into.
You know what, Steve? Let me talk to Dresden, and maybe I can talk him into letting you maybe even be part of the briefing, and you can tell them that. I think it's very important that everyone's able to share their opinions on this stuff, even if you don't totally agree all the time. And also, you should know, I respect you coming forward and doing this, and I want you to know that I've met you from the future, crazy, and I've met you now,
right.
And I need you to know you should never change. You are a fantastic human, and I really respect you.
Thank you.
Right. Well, anyway, I think I'll let you just have time.
Thanks. No, I appreciate you talking to me. That means a lot. I didn't want to go into tomorrow all heated and in the wrong headspace. It's never been good for me, or anybody for that matter. So, thank you.
Yes. No. Yeah, of course. Right. And I'm gonna head to Dresden immediately. But if anyone else has things to do, because things are happening at the same time, step in whenever you want. If not,
You make your way
All right.
over to Dresden, and it's the boat is there's a certain amount of tension as you walk the planks of the boat. It's very quiet, almost eerily quiet. The only sound really is the soft sounds of the waves kind of lapping against the boat, your footsteps echoing unnaturally loud in this stillness.
What the hell's wrong with you? You yelled at Steve. You should feel horrible. You're the worst.
I know. Tell me about it.
Is this tactic working, by the way, where I yell at you and I say things I don't mean? Is that helping, or is that...
I mean, it's fun to watch. I don't feel it yet. I think maybe if you start drinking heavily, it might help, but...
I can agree with that, yes.
Yeah.
No, listen, okay. Dresden,
What?
What are you doing? I mean, come on. You don't believe that the ends justify the means or whatever you said. Like, that's not you. You're just talking, right? So, that's a little much.
You're right. But at the same time, I've been in this situation before. And you don't spook your soldiers the night before a big battle. You don't do it.
Agreed. Of course. I'm just saying there are times that maybe you could listen a little more and just listen. People look to you for guidance, for leadership. And to hear things like that's not the best. So just be careful, be mindful, maybe.
Look, everyone on this ship, they should know what I'm thinking. All right? I'm glad they do. I think, if anything, they need to know the stakes. The larger picture. I don't think that really needs to spread further than the ship, though. No. And that's what I'm actually believing. That's 100% where my head is.
Yeah, and I can agree with that. I'm just saying, maybe tomorrow during the briefing, let the boy just talk a little bit and warn them that it's danger. He just wants to go into battle tomorrow and, you know, have a clear conscience. You know, we all could die, so what could it hurt, right?
He wants to go kill things with a clear conscience.
Yeah, I think, you know, we all do, right? I don't want to have...
Yeah, no. Whenever I go to kill things and people, that's my main thing. It's like, oh, I better have a clean slate before I go fucking kill people. Yeah.
It is. Wait, it isn't? You want to go into a battle feeling like you are a piece of shit? That's better than a clean slate?
I think once I've killed those people, I'm a piece of shit. So yeah.
Not if it's for if it's for the right reason, you're not. No, that's not correct. If it's for the right reason,
so if it's for the right reason, you can ignore a few things that won't help, but will only get more people killed. Do you really want those people going in there scared, pissing themselves? Or do you want them going in there feeling like champions headed to victory? Because if you want more people to survive, if you want more people to survive, you won't scare them beforehand.
Of course. I'm just saying I want them to go in knowing what we're getting into. That's all I'm saying. And that's all Steve was saying, is just inform them. They should go in informed. That should be acceptable, I think.
Thing. You all can be all democratic about it and vote. All right? I'm not gonna put my foot down. I told him. He can go do it. But I think it's a stupid fucking thing to do.
Okay. All right. Honestly, I think we're all on the same page. I think that the words are just not... Anyway, yes, I agree.
On the exact opposite pages.
Either way, I think tomorrow we'll just brief the people, let them know what we're going to do, the plan, and what to expect, and that will inform them. And I think Steve will feel better if we just inform them. That's all we're saying. We're not saying to scare them off and be like, we're all gonna die. Just let them know what's going to happen. That's it. That's all. Okay?
Sure. Go for it.
And also, earlier you said that you don't think that we understand this is the end of the world, and I was being nice earlier about that, but I think that this team is risking their lives all the time. Trust died and came back and is still fighting for this cause. So yeah. I think they deserve a little bit more respect. Again, you need to be a leader that listens and also respects your team, and not says things like, you don't all work as hard as me. I am the only one who gets it, when we're all almost dying all the time. Just putting it out there. But take it or leave it. Yeah.
I mean, one, you're putting words in my mouth, but I understand what your intent is, and I respect that, and I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Some of us don't fucking know. Some of us aren't being serious. And it's gonna get us killed. It's gonna get some of us killed. Trust
not being
charged
serious.
a fucking giant fucking beast like she could kill it, when there were men that were gigantic being melted by just standing near the presence of the thing. So yeah, we have to know what our limitations are, all right? And one of our limitations right now is that we don't have enough men to pull this off. Do you see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not doubting your all courage or your ability to fight for this end, but I'm not sure we're doing it in the smartest way, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, yes, there have been tactical mistakes, and I think that, someone like you, someone who is so knowledgeable in tactics, can definitely lead us to a better victory. And I think that everyone believes that. We all believe in you and believe in the cause.
Well, if you believe it,
I mean,
listen to me.
Yes,
Don't,
of course,
scare these people.
No one's planning on scaring them, but we're going to inform them. That's not up to us to not inform them. That would be selfish. So I'm going to inform them, me and Steve, and whoever else wants to join. They can't go in blind. That would be silly. So, sorry.
Like I said, just don't scare them.
Okay. We won't scare them.
Good.
And Dresden, I just need you to know. This mission, I take very seriously, but I think the whole thing is bullshit. If we're trying to find the best piece of Elazar, we already have it right here in front of me. You are absolutely amazing at leading us. You just need to listen a little bit better, that's all. But you could be a proper king, because you don't want power. And you actually care about the people and what you're doing. These are qualities that I think are most desirable, and that's all we need, really. But I will go forward fighting for this cause. And just know that I have your back, and I will be there with you, and I will die alongside you if I have to. So don't ever think that I don't take this seriously. I know you didn't mean that, but I'm just letting you know.
Thanks.
All right. Okay. All right. I think I've said enough stuff tonight. I'm getting a little tired now. Oh gosh, head is spinning. Okay. Love you. Take care. Good night.
And Dresden, from the corner of the room downstairs, you hear a, "Hey, can somebody untie these arms just a little bit? Starting to chafe a little down here. Old Waylanders. Gotta help you, no matter what now."
Get over here, you. Come here.
He's like still wrapped up.
Yeah.
Would you mind maybe coming over here? Still all tied to this here pole
You have to
thing.
back up to. You have to back. Oh God, you're just the worst.
Okay. Watch it. Watch the tentacles. Oh. And you start
Feel
to hear
better?
like even his like tentacles are like cracking as if his bones are like just stretching out for the first time in a long time.
You might want to get that checked out. Hey, don't fuck around.
Yeah, so I've been meaning to talk to you.
You too?
Well, we can. Remember, I'm fine with trying to go up there. You see, yeah, I'll go up there and I'll tell them whatever you want me to tell them. They might open the gates, but as soon as they see you, they're going to know things ain't quite,
Right. Yeah. All we need is the gates open.
All right.
How long do they take to open, roughly?
Ooh, it sounds like a big cranking mechanism. You see.
So they
a
take a
little
bit to close too.
They're slow. Yeah, they be slow. I think
That's what we need.
They do it on purpose for dramatic effect.
Dramatic effect, yeah.
Yeah,
We used to do that in the capital too.
Makes sense. Works too, because once those doors close behind you, you just know there's really there's no turning back. Period.
Yeah, well, tale's old as time. Look, we just need you to get them open. And in that time it takes them to close, we've got to get through. That's us, right? That's not on you. I just need them open. That's all I need from you.
All right. Well, I'll do my best. I'll get those gates open. And you get my little one out. Don't matter what it costs. All right. Well, guess I'm gonna get a few minutes of shut-eye before we do this, I suppose.
All right. I'll sleep well. Might be the last one.
And as the sun starts to rise, slowly trickling in, you start to see men and women. Some young, some maybe in their mid-50s. Ragtag groups with some of them with weapons, proper weapons, some of them with clubs or what looks like even just chair legs that have been hammered with nails in places. Very few with any kind of protective armor at all. Some of them with leathers and such and hides, but this is not an army of well-trained soldiers. Some of them look better than others, but these are people ready to give everything they have. They start to line up outside in the cove. Is anyone going to meet them?
I wanted to know if there was anything I could do to try and get the lizard to like me more.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I was
right.
gonna help with
That's
that.
Right.
I was gonna
That's
try to
right.
help.
Yeah. So this lizard, man,
Thing to
it's
it.
got- it's like
Yeah, I made you a harness for it. That's
It's
right.
got
Mhm.
these. It's
The
got
bow,
like
I
this
think.
dark ebon blue skin that seems to shift colors, a little bit darker
UFO.
and a little bit lighter, and it's got these orange eyes with this little slits, and one of them is just bugging out of its head, and it's just reeled around looking at you. And every once in a while, when it thinks you're not paying attention, Trust, it'll and try and like just burn you a little bit. It doesn't really get close, but it seems really ornery. But something about this thing, you notice something about it, Trust. You
Yeah.
have a weird moment where looking straight into its eyes, there's almost like an understanding where he's challenging you, maybe? It's like an open-ended question.
I can't. I don't have any fire spells. Otherwise, I would spit fire back at it.
Get on it.
It's not necessarily a fire challenge, it's a challenge of wills.
Oh, okay. Damn. I don't know how to challenge a lizard. I'm staring straight back at it. And I'll do my growl that I learned from Pup.
Trust. You growl at this thing. You're locking eyes. And the whole rest of the world disappears. It's you and this lizard.
Romantic.
And this thing has strong intents. And suddenly the lizard starts to grow. Bigger and bigger. And that harness snaps off. And then turns to ash. And the size of maybe a large crocodile. The thing kind of
Aw.
stands up on its hind legs and looks at you.
What, so you're bigger now? Supposed to impress me or something?
You should serve me.
Fat chance? Why should I serve you?
'Cause I'm better than you.
Why?
I'm stronger. And I'm
How do you know?
cooler.
How do you know?
Watch.
And he just goes to push you over. Roll a acrobatics check.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on.
Ooh, maybe not too bad. Maybe not too bad. Acrobatics. It is a 17.
A 17. So he tries to push you over, and you totally just kind of like a brick wall, just kind of. And he pushes himself back a little bit. Well, I'm not. I mean, that's not my strong suit. I burn things. I dissolve things. I wreck things.
That's pretty cool. I think we should just team up. I don't think either of us needs to serve one another.
No, I definitely think you should serve me. Now that
I think that-
Raylander's gone, you can be
What?
my new servant.
Oh, he was serving you.
Of course.
What did he do for you?
Carried me around on his shoulder.
I mean, I can do that.
So you agree to be mine?
What else is to this? It's just carry you around wherever I go.
Amongst other things?
What are the other things?
Well, whatever I need. Maybe I need food. Maybe I need someone to shave my nails.
I mean, obviously, I would take care of you and feed you, trim your nails. Obviously. I'll even write a song about you.
All right. Well, as long as you agree to be my servant,
We'll be fine.
Right. There's no, like, secret deal here. It's just I take care of you. And you help me out if I need it.
Well, I'll help you out if it's in my best interest.
Right, staying alive, probably, would be what you would do to help me out.
Well, of course. Duh.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose another servant. That's just
Right.
awful. It would be annoying.
All right. And we just have to...
I'm not making this deal to be annoyed.
That's fair. Yeah, sure. Why would you? So I don't need to, like, give you... Like, it's just like, I say, sure, yeah, I'll be your servant. And you do. I don't have to, like, give you anything.
No. You just serve me.
All right.
All right. And poof. You're back.
I'm like, oh,
Trust.
trying to shake his hand.
And Pup, you were there. And this lizard. Poof. Into this black smoke. And seemed to just... into Trust. And Trust, you kind of come back. And there's like a weird... almost like a weird taste in your mouth. You almost taste... it's not quite ash. But it's like... it's like destruction and chaos.
I
And
like it.
disintegration. It's like anti-life
Good.
inside you. And you feel it kind of swirling in your veins. And all of you can see Trust's eyes for a second. These little slits. And then they blink. And they're back to normal.
Is the lizard back?
The lizard's gone. Completely gone.
Oh. Do I feel similar to when I have a soul in me?
It's almost like that encasing that you had that held souls is now emboldened.
Stronger.
You feel this
But
fire
empty.
inside of you. It's not that it burns more, but it's just dangerous. You feel dangerous.
Feels good. Does it feel like I could breathe fire if I tried?
Maybe. It feels like everything you have is now laced in this danger.
Just, how do you feel?
Dangerous.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I don't know what you saw, but I saw the dude like turn into like smoke and then go like around your face and then like inside of you, and then I turn into Trust, and then you look like this.
Oh. Well, what I saw was, I went into this nothingness space, and then the lizard grew and became like the size of an alligator, and was like, started talking to me, and was like, be my servant. And I was like, you be my servant. And he was like, no, you be my servant. And I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, I don't know, carry me around and feed me and stuff. And I was like, that's it. And he was like, that's it. And I was like, okay.
Whoa. Well, and now you feel dangerous?
Yeah, but like in a good way, like powerful.
Okay,
Like,
punch
like-
my hands.
touch them?
Punch him.
Or punch them?
Punch him. Bat me.
Bat.
I'm on fire. I'm just kidding. I'm not on fire.
All right, that was scary.
I don't know. Do you feel like what? I feel like every time someone gets one of these, like something cool happens.
Can I like go to the side of the ship and try and like like off the side towards the water, like not to harm any wood fixings around?
Yeah.
Like see if I can breathe fire.
Are you feeling sick?
No, I'm trying to breathe fire.
Oh, I thought you were throwing up.
So you go off to the side of the ship, and you feel all this new energy start to condense into your lungs. Almost this heat and this pressure burning in your lungs into this tipping point, and finally you open your mouth, and for all of you there, you see this It's not a flame, it's almost clear. But the wave of heat ignite out of Trust's mouth, this massive, clear flame, and everything it touches disintegrates like that.
Whoa. That was cool.
That was what? Can you do it like a smaller one? Or is it only the big one? Have you tried to do it again, but like little? Like if I gave you a candle, could you light it without it burning the whole thing?
I mean, I think it's so hot it
It's just
disintegrates. It's just heat. It's not fire.
Could you cook something with it, or would it just burn it all?
I think it would just disappear. I don't think I can control the intensity of the
You
heat.
can't turn the volume down.
No, I mean I might be able to do like a smaller area, but not like less intense.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can make bubble baths super easy now.
I might melt the bathtub,
Oh,
but maybe in the ocean if I like heat the water, like a spot of water. Yeah, I just turned Australian. I don't know why. Hot tub in the ocean. Yeah.
nice. Well, that's very useful.
Yeah. And it feels like if I had a soul, it would be even more powerful. Do you think I could get a soul from an oleo?
You can ask.
Well, I wouldn't. I can't ask them. They'd already be under my spell from the music.
That's not fair.
It's not. It's an oleo.
I'm still very confused as to what we count as okay.
Me either. They're not my rules. The Dresdens, and I don't like them.
I don't think that they're his rules. I think that we all say different rules, and I'm very confused.
That's fine. But I did overhear him yelling at Steve that the ends justify the means, so he might be cool with it this time.
I am very concerned with what we're getting into. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know any of this, like, social standard, like, what's okay and not okay stuff still. And it's still very confusing. And now everyone's yelling, and I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's usually just me and you yelling, because we're loud.
Yeah, but now they're mad yelling, and I don't know what to do with it.
I
I've
don't
never
love
been
it.
around this before. Like, my siblings and I, we used to, like, fight, and Mom would growl at us, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. But, like, this, I don't... How do you deal... Anyway, it's cool power.
Pup, you and Trust turn around, and the maybe 10 or so that have come early to watch this kind of just watched Trust emit a beam of pure destruction, annihilation out of her mouth. And some of them are kind of just looking wide-eyed at your boat.
Hey,
We're gonna do great! I do have a quick question. We got like the start of this was a long rest, right?
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
fully healed up, ready to go.
I thought so. I just wanted to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, people are arriving. Oh, hi. Hello. Hi. Yes, just take a seat, I guess, just cross-legged, whatever you want on the boat, the deck here. And we have some beer I'll pass out, and I got some snacks ready. Let me just go get everyone up here, and we'll brief you all on what's going on. Just 1 second. And I'm going to, like, run down and, like, start collecting things. And Dresden, they're here. Everyone, they're here. Steve, Kellawise. And I'll just, like, go back up and, like, start passing out ale and... Here you go.
And Kellwise is like just heading off the boat with his fishing tackle. He's got his like pole out. He's just ready and he's just heading toward the gangplank.
Okay.
As this is all going on.
Okay.
As
the sun
Rezek
slowly
is. Oh,
rises
sorry.
and people start to come in, and just following the rest, people start to just get onto the boat, and most of them just kind of find a place to sit on the deck. Just kind of take in there, and you get them like a flagon of ale, and most of them kind of just hold it, sip it, nurse it, but very solemn kind of feel on the boat.
Yes, sorry, we ran out of mugs. This has to be a bowl. Hope you're okay with that. Guys, everyone, hello. Okay, just running around.
I'm gonna walk up to Rezek and put my hand on his shoulder. Are you
Steve,
sure about this?
Hi. Yeah, yes, yeah. Everything's good. Yeah, we'll just brief them and explain what we're gonna do, inform them.
And how are you feeling?
Nervous. The discussion with Dresden did not go the way I planned, but I think he got the gist and is okay with us informing them. Let's just not, let's not scare them off, but just let them know what we're going to be dealing with.
That's all I asked for.
Yes, fair. Okay.
Not to butt in, but
yeah,
if you're feeling nervous,
Captain.
maybe spend a few minutes, just take a couple casts with me. Tends to calm you down.
Like cast. Cast.
Yeah,
well,
like,
I don't.
fishing pole.
I never
So,
turned
yeah.
down some Captain Kelwise advice, so you know what? I'll join you.
Yeah, it's just a good peaceful morning that we're gonna have, just for a little bit. The calm before the storm.
Might need that.
But hopefully it centers us.
Okay.
Here, Rezek, actually. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I just have to get them. Okay.
I'll take over what you
Fun.
were doing.
This is thank you. This is peaceful.
The waiting is the most important part.
Okay.
Yes, patience. Patience. I'm learning. Yes.
Some time passes and Julissa walks up with the last of the people who had agreed. And you look and it's about 40 in all who have come. The most ragtag group, Julissa may be the most sturdy looking of the group. Hello. Well, we're here and we're ready. Let's just hope the crystalline man, and she looks up at Eddard, who's like kind of near the helm, and his head is just kind of sleeping with his just big crumpled jeweled body in the corner. Let's just hope the crystalline man watches over all of us today.
I would like to just go around and make sure everyone has a crystal, and I have like a few extra daggers and like an extra sword if anyone's missing a weapon, and maybe just check if like, I don't know, if people holding their weapons wrong or something, and just kind of
Yeah, so
look
you
over,
start
just watch
passing out real weapons, especially to those who have boards with nails in them. Literal boards with nails, and you can see Cornelia, at least to the people you give, even like a sturdy dagger to. This really makes a huge difference. You can see their resolve just holding a weapon. They feel more powerful. And this, you go around handing people things, showing them just a little bit about how to use these weapons. Some of them, you look at them and you're like, man, like you've probably never been in a fight or a scrap, a real scrap before. So you show these people these things, and it has a profound effect on the morale of this group. What are you guys doing? The sun starts to rise, and it starts to peek out from the horizon now, not just lighting the sky, but also shining onto the town.
I'll play music to keep everyone's nerves calm.
Okay. So you start to play something calming and nice, but also uplifting. Okay.
Rezek, do you still have all the stones and we can put the spells in them?
Yes.
Did you catch anything? It doesn't. No, guess not.
I don't think my line was all the way out, really. I think I might have messed this up. I'm gonna
It's
just
supposed
put
to
this
go all the
aside
way in the water, actually.
Yeah, yes, I'm better. I think I'm better at spell casting than actually casting. So I'm gonna, for now. But yes, I will start preparing things. So okay. Who wants to start this meeting? Dresden, Captain.
I'm not the best at public speaking. I think it's probably left up to someone else personally, but if you need me to, I can. I could try. I don't know how convincing I'll be.
Dresden is just dead silent. All right. I guess. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You're really good at speaking, Rezik, and people like you. So you got this.
You also give like the best advice out of any of us here. So.
Oh, that's Kelwise, but thank you.
Oh, wait,
I
who did you
appreciate that.
say? Oh, I thought you were talking to Kelwise.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rezik, if you need any help, I got your back.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'm just gonna talk to everyone.
What if we try to talk to them together? We should probably have a leader. Someone should
Let's talk
someone
to
should
them
probably
together.
lead,
Yeah.
but
Really?
Yeah.
Go Cornelia.
create
And I shove her.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for gathering. I would like to introduce Rezik, who will now be doing the talking.
All right. Thank you, Cornelia. This is our leader of Cornelia Co. Thank you, Cornelia. I'll start off the briefing here for a little bit, and then pass it over to our other friends. Hi, everyone. It's nice to have you. Oh, yes.
Oh, I was gonna say, Trust. What kind of music are you playing right now?
Now I'm playing like almost like presidential like speech making music.
Fucking hail to the chief.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So official. Hi everyone. It's good to see all of you here.
Hello!
Good morning. I will try to speak low. I'm sure you're all a little bit hungover from last night's festivities. All right. Well, we have a big challenge on our hands today. The goal, obviously, is to go up there to that red, cloudy area there and defeat the Crimson Madness. I think we can all agree it's definitely been a terrible blight on this island, and currently it is actually spreading through into the other areas of the world. So it's important we definitely defeat this thing today and do away with it. Yes, our first step will be to collect you, of course, so thank you for being here. And your main job will be to help us if anything goes awry and we need to go to full-on battle mode. You will be under the deck, kind of hiding for most of it, and we'll be on top taking on trying to do a stealth mission through the clouds and into the castle, hopefully getting all the way to the heart of the problem. There we will defeat the heart, destroy it, and hopefully destroy Crimson Madness. Now I'm going to hand it over to our tactical expert, Dresden Novak. He will lead you through the tactics of what we need to do going forward. Dresden Novak. All right. Yes.
I start
All right,
playing with
everybody.
you. No, I'm just kidding. Dun, 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 dun. It's just a month.
Thanks for that. Raise your hand if you've stormed a fucking castle before.
No one raises their hands. Everyone.
Well, that's pretty much what I figured. Congratulations, you're about to storm a fucking castle. Big thing is though, we gotta get those doors open. And if they see us, see you, they're not gonna open them. We've got is fucking tentacles around?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
on deck.
We got this guy. He's friendly with them. He's gonna open those doors for us, right? Once they do, we're gonna give you the high sign. You're gonna come up from under the decks and just charge in. Alright? You're gonna see some shit. It's not gonna be good. You might not even think you're really seeing it. You're seeing it. Alright? Just shit yourselves before you start swinging. That's all I can say. You look concerned.
Am I to hear correctly that our lives are dependent on this Dick Waylander?
Yeah.
This putz? who
It's Dick
sails
right here.
around, basically a fake sailor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Look, he's got just as much skin in this game as the rest of you. All right? And if he doesn't do his part, it all goes south. But, and I look at him, he's going to do his part perfectly. And those gates are going to open, right?
I'll open them gates for all of you. Can't
See?
promise what'll happen after that. There's these massive,
Horrible shit.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you, Dick. Look, once that happens, you get the high sign. I want you in there as hard as you can, okay? There's gonna be shit you can't compete with. None of us can. But we need to get past it and get into the castle. The whole name of the game is getting inside, alright? So don't be a hero. Just get in. We need numbers inside. That's the biggest thing. That's all I can say, right? Does it make sense?
You see
Yes,
people
sir.
looking at each other, nodding.
Alright. And, you know, at the end of the day, you can say, hey, I stormed a fucking castle. So, good for you. Good for me. Good for all of us. Right, Rezik?
Yes, absolutely correct, Dresden Novak. Thank you very much. He's our tactical leader again. Very good, very good. Yes. All right. Well, let's I think finish things off with our good friend Steve here. He's going to just say the last words here, and then we'll take any last questions we have. All right, Steve.
Min resources,
Alright.
yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to them and I'm gonna kneel down so I'm kind of eye to eye with everybody. Listen, everybody, I know this is seeming like a big challenge before you, things that you've never had to do before, you're now facing. But in times like this, I remember some wise words that I once heard passed down to me through my family and families before that, but it essentially goes, a day might come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. I want you to take that with you as you go in there. You've bid us welcome, you've sheltered us, you've welcomed us into your city, and you've let us get to know all of you fine people, and no one can ask any finer from you, or any more from you. And for that, I am eternally grateful. But what we're doing
As
now
all we are.
is...
Oh, yes, sorry. Go, keep going.
Thank
Sorry.
you. What we're doing is for the greater good of all people. While I cannot guarantee your lives or your safety, just know that what you are going in to do will help millions and generations to follow. Carry that with you as some shred of hope through this.
And a man sitting down kind of crosses his arm and looks at you. Well, you're just a kid. What do you know? Helping the
Not much.
millions. What do you know about millions?
Oh, you're right. I don't. But I believe that this is going to make a difference, and I want you to do the same. I know it seems like insurmountable odds, and why should you care about people that may or may not care about you? But it will make a difference. I promise you. I'm willing to die just as much as anyone else here.
And he kind of just
Two.
sits back down and finishes his ale. Well,
All right. Thank you,
Nothing
Steve.
else?
All right. Yes. Oh, yes, Julissa. Yes. You, please feel free to take the lead going
no,
forward.
I just wanted to know what's next. What do you need from me? Where do we go?
Right. Well, it seems like our team up here will have a lot of planning to do before we head up. But your team, so I guess we'll be Team A up here. You'll be Team B on the lower decks. Your job will be to stay under the decks, Just stay prepared and vigilant, and then once we get up there, we will do our very, very best to get all the way to the heart. But if at any point we do give you the signal, what should the signal be, by the way, guys? Just, I guess...
Dresden called it the high sign, which to me is this, but we might need some clarification.
It'll be when we all start fucking shouting.
Okay. Yes,
Storm
when we
the
all start
castle.
fucking
It's
shouting, yes.
pretty standard.
Then at that point, you will all come out and start helping us in any way you can.
All right. And she looks over to all the people on sitting around on deck. Well, you heard them, everyone, down below decks. And she starts herding them, and they seem, despite everything that's happening, they seem to trust her, and they move quickly down below decks. And she
That's a
nods
real
to all
leader.
of you,
Respect.
and she heads down with them.
respect.
Can I, before she goes down, can I give an NPC? Can I give an NPC bardic inspiration? Can I give her inspiration?
Sure. Sure.
Nice.
As the leader of the human, or they're not all human, but the leader of that crew, the B team, I suppose.
B team. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So before she goes down, I'm just gonna be like, wait, Jalissa, I just want to say thank you so much for everything you've done for us. Thank you for going into this battle with us. They could not have a better person leading them and captaining them through this, and we have complete trust and faith in you.
Well, you know how you can thank me?
By winning?
By not making this gamble a total loss for all the people in Eddard's End.
Oh, right, yeah. No, we're gonna get it done.
I believe so too. And she puts a hand on your shoulder. A very, very motherly embrace. And you almost feel inspired yourself as she goes down.
Okay. I want to turn around because I wanted to give everyone on our crew some stuff too. So after that, I'll wipe the single tear from my eye and turn around to our group and do the mantle of inspiration.
Ooh.
And
Well, it's still some time. I mean, you guys' plan is to go pick up some oleos, and you still have
it's
like
true.
We haven't left yet,
you
right?
still have a ways. You guys are still
We
in
were
Eddard's
getting
End.
ready to leave. I felt like
Yeah,
Oh,
there'll
I
be
thought we
time
were
to
in the
like
air.
prepare.
Otherwise, get this
fine,
fucking
fine.
boat in the air.
On it.
I mean, like, at that, like,
Okay.
like they go under decks and we launch off. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's still like a fair number
fair,
of
yeah.
miles before you reach, because you have to get all the way to that.
But they
massive
can't remember
sphere.
their inspiration. They can't. All
Well,
right.
I don't know that bardic inspiration lasts more than
I
like-
don't think it doesn't last.
But I mean, for
But yeah,
this
it's fine.
instance-
I'll just wait. I'll
Well,
wait
but
to
how about the
inspire my
mantle-
friend.
What was it? The mantle of.
Mantle of inspiration.
I mean, it'll still be like maybe 6 or 7 hours before you.
Okay, I get it. It's
Uh,
fine. I'll do it later.
Bardic inspiration. I don't know. How long
Ah,
is
Daye,
that?
look at the map. Clearly, we're too far to do it yet. Jeez Louise.
Well, it doesn't say it has a time limit, so I thought I'd just, get it done with at the top.
No,
and...
you're fine. Don't worry. It's okay.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna need some oleos, and
Yep.
Yep.
they're gonna be not
Did
in
we ever
the air.
decide
I guess
how-
we'll just sail for a
Bardic
little bit.
inspiration lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Short.
Okay. So Kelwise takes off. The ship starts to move. Now, Kelwise, are you sailing in the water, or are you going to try and raise this thing into the air?
I think we have to stay in the water. I mean, the oleos are on land or in the water. So
Okay.
if we're gonna
Did we
collect
ever
them, that's where we're gonna
decide
be.
how we would transport them?
Yeah, I think the
Yes.
idea was on the deck, and we're hoping that they stay as reasonably patient and accommodating with that as possible, and not,
Yes.
getting stabby.
That will be hopefully you'll be able to calm them long enough to keep them on the ship the whole time, and you'll have to be disguised eventually to not look like, either disguised or pretend to be on Dick Wellinger's crew, either one.
Right. So, question to most of you. What do we think about using one oleo for some soul power?
Like sacrificing an oleo.
Right, because isn't that what we're really doing with all of them? Is sending them in to fight, sacrifice themselves? Isn't that really like...
Kind of. Can't you do the whole thing where you take people's emotions and use that instead, like you did with Rasma? We can all maybe put our hands in the middle.
Is that what you're asking?
Again.
Okay,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I only think it will work with Rasma because of his love for me or whatever.
Yes, of course. We'll put our hands in the middle maybe, and we can all just give you a little bit of our love and affection instead of taking the life of Oleos. Maybe
I've never tried that. Maybe like a nice hug from someone. Maybe Pup can hug me.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
All right, it's worth a shot.
Bring it in, baby!
I just run. Pup is so much bigger than me.
I'm gonna get ready to rip them apart if Trust gets carried away.
And Trust, you hug Pup, and it's a great, warm hug. Pup might be top 10 greatest hugs on Aventide.
I'll make note.
But you don't feel any of that desire and longing for you coming from Pup.
It's a really good hug. I'm like, it's a really good hug, but it's not working.
I'm gonna turn into Rasma. And then slowly set her down and dip with you cradling the back of the head, super romantic that I've seen happen before.
Okay, you do it.
God.
Oh, Pup.
Now, Pup, where's your head at with this?
My head at my head at. How do I feel doing this?
Yeah.
I'm trying to recreate the most romantic love that I've seen.
How does it feel to you to hold Trust in this way?
It feels like not romantic love for Trust, but I do love Trust so much that I want to be able to provide this for her. Mm-hmm. I'm really trying to do a service, really trying to put the most that Pup can, the motion that Pup can put into love that's not romantic.
Okay. And you do so, and it's a very nice moment. But Trust, you're not feeling any of that pull that you do sometimes.
This is very lovely, but still nothing. But you're very good at it. That's not. You're so nice.
And I pick her back up and turn back into Pup. Dang it! I really thought that would work.
That's working. I wasn't opposed to the oleo idea. Just throwing that out there.
All right.
Honestly, I kind of just wanted to see how that was going to play out, but
you know what? Screw it. We might die. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna spin Trust, and then bring them down for a romantic kiss. And in my head, I'm just please let something happen with this later, because this would be amazing if it worked out. But maybe not. We'll just stay friends. It's fine too. Whatever. Okay, go.
You mean worked out romantically?
Rezek. You look down and you spin Trust, and your nerves are a wreck. And in your nervous energy, you look down at this tiny tiefling. Describe to me what you see.
The most beautiful creature on this earth. Someone who not only is talented, beautiful, but also has come from a background where they had nothing, and then now they have everything they could ever want. and they don't want any more, which is extremely powerful to Rezek because Rezek wants all the power and money ever, but he, it's whatever. Anyway, Trust is, yes, the perfect person.
Trust. You feel a heart beat, and it echoes throughout the waves in the air. The heartbeat like a gong shooting through the universe, and you see veins start to appear on Rezek. Deep within him, this redness, his skin blackened and turns clear. No Rezek anymore, just this open, willing being. And you hear a scream, a young girl, as Rezek, you and Trust are ripped apart. And you see this frantic young Eva standing there on deck, totally freaked out.
I wasn't gonna!
You shouldn't do that, Rezek. That's not good.
Oh, yes, not good. Not good.
Not good.
I didn't like that.
Yourself.
I didn't like that at all.
No, that's not. That wasn't the right thing. That wasn't it. I was gonna stop that.
Why would you do that, Rezek? You're gonna leave me here by myself again. You're gonna abandon me for some tiefling girl?
No.
Why would you do
I go
that?
up to and I go up to her and I take her hands. Listen,
she
Eva,
pushes
Eva,
you away.
Eva.
No, he didn't.
Eva.
He didn't know it was gonna happen like that. He wasn't trying to do
You knew
that.
it was gonna happen.
No.
Rezek, I've seen what trust can do. Why would you put yourself in that
Eva,
circumstance?
You know Trust. You're friends with Trust. She's not going to hurt me. You know that.
I know she wouldn't mean to hurt you, Rezek. But Trust, do you know how this works?
Right,
Do you know the ins and outs? Do you know that if you sucked half of Rezek, you wouldn't kill him halfway?
I wasn't gonna do any of it. I was gonna stop it. That was wrong. It felt wrong, and I didn't like it, and I wasn't gonna do it.
Trust, don't worry. This is on me. It's fine. Eva, come on. Come. Let's just talk over here
I
for
don't
a
want
second.
to talk to either of you. Just... And she kind of walks off down deck.
Wow. Trust. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We don't understand this, and it didn't happen, so everything's fine. You're fine. You're still
yes,
you.
We're fine.
And we're
We're
fine.
still friends. We're fine, and we're good, and everyone's fine.
I'll just kill Nolio. There's a fish man with a pointy stick.
You know what?
Fine.
I
I'm
don't.
sure the Kellwise would love to try and cook them up and see what is all about that.
I still don't want to, but at this point I'm too embarrassed to keep talking. So I'm gonna go over there, and
Yep.
Okay, Kellwise, where are you taking this ship?
All right. Well, I guess we could just head in the... Oh, actually, come to think about it, we need to go east before we can go west again. The floating island's to the west, like the northwest, right?
It's to the
Am I
north.
remembering correctly?
It's to the northeast, actually. So you could kind of swing by the Olio Isles that you guys crossed through on your way there. It wouldn't be a huge detour.
Well, I think we should probably take a look that direction. At the very least, we know there's Olios there. We'll be able to get some easily, I hope, especially from the high cliffs. Then we don't even need to dock the boat. That would be ideal because realistically, if we dock and have to get off, it creates a whole other set of issues. So let's try that, and we'll see how it goes. Anyone have any objections or thoughts?
I have a quick... Does that mean that Rasma only has half a soul? Or do I don't know that, because I didn't do the veiny thing to him. That didn't happen.
You don't know?
But there was no veins involved. Well, no, there were no veins.
I'll just say, like, I can't answer that question. That's a question only Trust knows.
There were none of the creepy rogue life force sucking symptoms. We just kissed and my heart was full.
Yeah,
that's how you described it.
I mean, yeah, it seemed that you
on the up and up.
You got like that same kind of energy filling you and that protective magic. Now you know that Rasma, a being who has been blessed by his oath.
Yes, he is.
Blessed in many ways, including the fact that he had made an oath with the Vowkeeper, who is a vassal of Cadix. So he has these almost divine-like powers. One of which was to wrap you up in those roots.
That's right.
Of the great tree, keeping you from harm. So
thank you for the clarification. All right.
You didn't feel like you were pulling out his soul. It more felt like he was pouring his soul into you.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Just as we get closer Oh, Rezek.
No, Kelwise, go.
Oh, I was going to say trust. Just make sure to keep your Lutalele all tuned up and ready to go. And where's Waylander at?
He's kind of he's kind of sitting in silence and towards the back. He and Slug are just kind of sitting there together. It's strange, but they make like.
Well, before you call him over, one last serious question: are we trusting this chap a little bit too much? You think, or are we good?
Waylander?
Ooh, Waylander?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any other choice, really.
He's got just as much to lose, if not more.
Yeah,
Right,
I
we
think
know
he
that's
wants to
legit.
be free, and he has his daughter. If that's true, seems like he wants us to win, but I think he might betray us if it looks like we're not going to. So just keep an eye on him.
We
maybe
don't trust
inside.
him. We're using him. It's a pretty
and I have his lizard
straightforward arrangement. You have
Kate,
his lizard.
what's up?
Yeah. Did I get like a feeling from him when he was talking about his daughter and stuff like that? Like, did I believe him?
Roll me an insight check.
I have passed 15, so let's see what I can roll.
I'm Louis Anderson.
17 plus 5, baby.
Damn.
22.
Yeah, I mean, Waylander doesn't come off as a particularly smart, conniving man. He seems like a very open book kind of person. And when he talked of Rickiana, he definitely had there was a sense of love and compassion there. He seemed to be pretty on the straight and narrow, as far as you could tell.
He seemed pretty honest when he was talking about it. He doesn't seem like someone who's like dishonest or conniving. Like he's not smart enough for that. So.
It's very insightful, pup.
Indeed.
Well, maybe
There
we
you have
can verify that fact. I was going to talk to him about that big creature with the long arms that sunk his boat. Maybe he'd have some ideas about it and how to avoid it, and hopefully we'll know if he's leading us into a trap before we go into the trap. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like it. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
First
Come
test.
with you. See
First
who's being
test,
honest.
exactly. Oh yeah, come, yeah. Waylander,
Aye.
got a question for you.
All right.
The last time we met, you were being attacked by a creature with some really, 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 really long arms. And
Aye. Bastard.
do you know what? Ah, you're familiar. Okay.
No, that's what I'm calling it. It broke me boat. Lily bastard.
Well, it's a fitting name, and we'll use it going forward. I think. I don't know if anyone has any objections. That's fine. Anyway, most important question: what happened to it after it sunk your ship?
Well, it was doing some strange motions, weaving around, slapping the water. And then after you ship went into that dark cave, it tried to follow, but was slightly too big. I know it was huge. There's no way it was making it into that cave. And then it just fucks off down into the depths somewhere, breaks my boat and leaves. Doesn't even stay long enough for me to get revenge.
Well, you may have
I
your
would
day
have had
yet.
it too. What do you mean?
How so?
Oh no, I was just going to... Well, I would have found a way to defeat it. Despite our size difference.
You may still have your day yet. I don't know if today is that day, but perhaps someday.
I kind of hoping I don't see it ever again.
So are we, to be honest. In fact, everyone keep an eye out. Pup, if you're up in the crow's nest, please keep an eye out for really big dark shadows as we
Want me to
travel.
go up there?
Please. And one more question for you, Waylander. These Oleos, you're the most familiar with them.
Aye.
Any tips on having them be as friendly as possible, at least for a short amount of time, other than the music?
I will, once they catch the madness, they just do as they please, but they leave me alone. Marked as I was by Vragg.
Okay. Do you think if we were all on the deck together, that would be an issue? Should our group hide?
Well, as
As
long
well?
as you got a tune to keep them in line, I don't see a problem. Pretty simple creatures. Are you thinking
Okay.
about bringing Oleos up there?
Well, we were. I'm actually wondering how easy it's going to be to play music for the 6 or 7 hour trip all the way up into the sky. That's a hard ask for one person. So,
Well, as
but
long as
that was
you
the idea.
rotate in.
Rotate in. Do you play?
I've been known to play a little bit on me harp.
Do you have a harp?
No, it was on my ship. But I can sing. I'll sing you a tune. Oh, Dick
Singer.
Waylander knows a shanty or two.
Okay. Do you know like 7 hours worth of shanties?
7 hours worth.
Yeah, maybe we could just repeat some. It probably won't matter as long as
How
they're
about
pleasing, right?
7 days worth?
My man.
Oh, I'll keep him in line. I'll keep him in line,
Okay.
hear you me. But I may need, a break here and there.
I'm sure we can cover you. Just keep those pipes clean, and we'll make it
He
happen.
kind of turns away.
Scales. Yeah, I'm familiar with those. Okay. Great. Well, are we off?
think
Yes,
so.
I was also thinking we can try the bagpipes too, just in case, because
Yeah.
because people play, like anyone can play it basically. So and they turn invisible, so that maybe that'll help the Oleos. I don't know, trick them somehow. But
I
if we'll just-
remember there being some sort of issue with maybe it being good music versus bad music, and the bad music might have sort of the opposite effect. And the flute balloon, while useful, is not the most pleasing sounding instrument to me. I'm just coming from my experience.
I
We
do
could
think
try it.
I do think someone's going to need to take those into the castle, though.
Oh yeah,
With all the echoing around in there, it might be really hard to pinpoint exactly where you are, and that could make one of us invisible while also adding a shit ton of weird confusion to the mix. So let's think
that's a
about
good
that.
idea.
I like
Good
that
distraction.
idea a lot.
Good idea. Yeah, that's the only part of the plan that I'm still working out in my head is what to do this. That's actually a very good idea. Yeah, great.
Chaos and speed are probably going to be our biggest assets.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking maybe bagpipes and plus Trust and I can do hypnotic pattern and hopefully knock some of them out, and you guys can hit them with the toad goop on the weapons, and that will hopefully just take care of business. Get the key, get out of there.
Whoever's using the bagpipes, just, you're probably going to need one hand to play them and squeeze, so just be good with one-handed weapon, right?
Fair point.
All right. Catwise, you steer this boat, and very quickly you come upon the Oleo Isles. And now that the Crimson Madness is not flooding all over the island, you can see Oleos running left, right, up and down, some running straight into each other. They look kind of playful, but in maybe a more violent way. As your ship starts to pull up to the island, we're gonna go on a break. And when we come back, we're gonna find out how willing these guys are to join your cause.
So much
Thank you,
drama!
We're gonna go on a quick 15-minute break, so don't go away. We're gonna play some more D&D and find out what these Oleos are up to and what they're all about and what their musical tastes are. Are they more of a Guns N' Roses or a Cher? We don't know. Maybe they like a combination of both. Axl Rose and Cher. Well, we're gonna find out when we come back. Don't go away. We're gonna go on a quick break. We'll be right back with some more.
Do you believe in love after love?
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to MinusOneCharisma, Dungeons & Dragons stream. We are back from break.
Yeah. All right.
At last, we left off. There was a little bit of Oleo action happening.
Oleo, no. I don't like the lo-fi, though.
I know. It hurts me to turn it off every time. I'm a little bit like... Here we go. All right, so you guys pull up to this island. And again, the Sunfire Archipelago is bright with these light blues of this shallow tropical waters. These bright colors of browns, of yellows, of oranges, of sand, and lush greenery, tall trees. This is a paradise, save for the giant red swirling orb of death right in the middle of it. But the rest of the archipelago on the outside, prime real estate. And these Oleos are running around in this morning light. A little savage, but they're very, very energetic and bright-spirited. As your boat starts to pull up, a lot of them start to point out, and you can hear calls from the island.
Well, get ready for the pointy sticks, everyone. Hold on.
There's Oleos!
I start to strum my ukulele.
Okay, what are you playing?
I'm gonna start off with like a nice island tune. Exactly. Yeah.
It would be like Jimmy Buffett or something. This is horrible.
It's
I want to go play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Just never ends. He can't even think during it.
Completely takes you over.
I think it worked.
It's so happy.
Oh, but at the same time, so like aware of its own like mortality.
It's like,
oh, you know what? Here we go. For Cullen's sanity.
Yeah.
Cullen, you need an emotions journal?
intense.
There we go.
And it's very
This is
fun.
you start playing something chill.
It was more like the last one, but yeah.
Oh.
But no one can think. Don't put it back on.
Don't put it back on. Just leave it.
It can
Something
exist
lush.
in our heads.
And the Oleos run over to the beach. They've got these long little what we're calling harps. With the little tubes all lined together like the Pied Piper ready to shoot, and then you start to strum out this lush tone. And their jaws just kind of fall slack.
Okay, so that.
I think it's
Oh.
working.
Okay.
And they start to sway back and forth.
All right. I don't know if they would. I don't know how we would get them on board. Maybe this is safe for us to like go in the dinghy, or how do we get them on here? What are we doing? What's the plan? Hellwise, Captain.
Well, yeah. I hear you. I was sort of hoping we could maybe lead them to one of the cliff sides that we had passed before, something that's sort of tall, and maybe just push our gangplank out and just have them come directly aboard.
Oh, all right.
Try and lemming them.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, that was horrible.
Okay, you find
That wasn't the idea, but if that happens to happen, then that's fine. Trust, maybe you'll get some more souls while you're at it.
They look like they can
Otherwise-
swim.
Cowboys, roll me a survival check to kind of maneuver this island and find a suitable cliff.
22.
22. It's not long, and you notice as Trust plays this island beach song, they start to follow, kind of dancing along on the island. Everyone's just kind of dancing now on this island, moving up the coast. They kind of just follow your boat around the island, and you find a suitable place to anchor and then let the gangplank out. And you start to see almost like a line of dancers.
Are they conga lining onto the boat? Chip?
Not quite a conga line, but pretty close to it. A pseudo conga line, as they start to just move over to wherever Trust is, and then just start dancing around Trust.
I dreamed about this.
This is going better than I expected.
About how many?
And they just keep on coming. First it's a dozen, and then it's 2 dozen start to load on.
Oh, wait,
and you
okay.
see that the
Hold
island's
on.
got maybe 100 of these things, more than can fit on your boat, and they're starting to come out of all different parts of the woodwork with their very pointy sticks and these little leaf skirts.
Oh my gosh. Can they start limboing with their pointy sticks?
You have to play the right song, but
All
maybe
right.
just maybe.
At some point, it's gonna look just strange. There's so many on the ship with him.
Yeah, I think we're
some
going to
point.
need to cap this at maybe around a couple dozen. Otherwise, I'm sort of worried.
I think we might be past that.
Okay, let's get a move on. Then. Hold on. I
we
got
get a we get a head count.
You start to pull the gangplank, and maybe there's 50 to 60 of these things now that have made it onto the boat.
Oh,
you start
no.
pulling the gangplank, and Olio start jumping for the gangplank to try and grab onto it. As they're dancing around, still holding on, and some of them fall off into the water, and they pop out of the water. That's fishmen do. And then they start swirling around in the water. And they all just seem to be having
Just leave them,
just
right?
a good old fashioned get down on the deck of this boat.
Does it look like it? Does this thing look like
A meat plaza? Because that's what I'm imagining.
It kind of looks
just
like
lousy with these things? Like, is it gonna look fucking ridiculous when he's like, I got me a new crew. They're all assholes to elbows.
I mean, it definitely looks different than his crew was before. 'Cause his crew before was covered in madness and had just raging bloodlust. This crew
paint
definitely
them
looks more jaunty.
Painting the oleos red.
previous.
We're painting the oleos red.
Were they red before?
Question, Rezik, is this paint you're using leaded paint?
Oh no.
Crimson Madness, they were all red, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever paint I bought.
So
Okay, okay,
There's
okay.
there's probably lead in that paint.
Yeah.
Wait, were they red before we do this? Were they
This is
red?
from Aventide.
Well, they weren't necessarily red, but their eyes were this burning red.
Oh, okay.
From the madness, and they had like
salt
veins
water.
and almost like it almost looked like tree root like designs of red, where their skin had almost just popped, and it was like in
Alright.
between where their skin had cracked that you just saw
Yeah.
this red.
Time for your artistic expertise, Rezik. Get to
Alright.
fainting.
So I'll just try to do just make it look somewhat close to how they looked, if possible. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
do a
gonna
quick
make
job.
it
And
extremely.
They're like super slimy fishmen. They're like very slimy. So this paint immediately just starts to run down just the natural oil
Right.
It looks like
that's going
blood.
in their bodies. But you
Fair.
get, some of it to stick. It doesn't look
Okay.
exactly, but like
Put extra lead in
Maybe we'll
it.
just, yeah, maybe we'll just like gently put a few off of the boat into the water. 'Cause there's a lot of them.
how many are you taking off the boat?
I don't know. Probably. What do you guys think? Like half of these? It's 50's a lot. 50, 60's a lot. It's a lot of. That's a lot of Oleos.
That's a lot. That's
It's
a lot of
so
just like,
crowded.
people on the deck because we can't get them underneath the deck.
Oh,
Can
I
we?
don't. That
No,
sounds
no,
like a
no,
massacre.
Sounds
waiting
like a
to
terrible
happen.
idea, right?
Yeah. that's a terrible
Oh no,
idea.
they're all dead.
I mean, these
you know,
guys,
yeah.
these guys are small though. They are very small. None of them are those giant. They were the small. Some of them were like maybe a little smaller than Trust, for the most part.
Oh, okay.
Some of them
Okay.
were like these huge, massing, hulking Oleos that you had fought, but you don't seem to see those anywhere, especially like out in the wild. It seems like some of them had been mutated by the Crimson Madness and just overcome, and their bodies had just been monstrous because of the strain. It looks like most of the Oleos are like maybe 3 feet tall, 2.5 on average. So 50 of them can definitely fit on the ship, but
All right.
it depends on like how safe you feel having 50 of these critters.
I mean,
How
Kelwas,
about around 30?
can you make this ship go upside down, if need be?
I can.
Can you do a
would
barrel
be-
roll?
Yes, we can. They specifically said we would be able to do that. It would be a bad idea.
Yeah, I know it's a bad idea, but you
It's a
can
really
do it.
bad idea. Yes, if we
All right.
all want to potentially fall off of the ship, we can 100%. do a
All of
barrel
them
roll.
would fall off because we'd be holding on because you'd at least tell us before you were going to do it.
Yes.
You would
Yeah.
tell us, right?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You
Absolutely.
would tell us,
Uh,
right?
Tell us, right?
You would.
Yes,
You would tell
everyone
us.
would know. I would say something
Right?
to the effect of, "We're going to do a barrel roll now."
Can you just maybe shout from like somewhere up here in my head? Do a barrel roll.
Yes, that's
And
about
maybe
right.
be a
yeah.
frog at the same time or something like that.
Why would I be a
We
frog?
have frogs. Do you need a frog? We've got frog slime.
That's fine.
Aren't
Just
I
my-
supposed to lick one of those?
No, not yet.
Do we
Well,
have a
Dresden
frog?
would have to dress up like a fox first.
Maybe I could find like a falcon somewhere and
Fair.
take care of it.
I'm looking for the frog.
Yeah, are we just
actually,
collecting goop, right?
And
Yeah, we
Rezik,
collected
you had
goop.
scraped a little bit of that like almost mucus membrane, right? That
Yeah, I got a few jaws of the goop.
you got jars of it. It's like
Yes, if you
imagine
go,
it
if you
was like
play,
a-
you play the video back, I said I got jaws of loop.
Oh,
when we-
okay.
of-
Well,
of
it's
when
like
we were
a-
there, so-
you know, it's like a sticky coating, you know, of like of a frog. So you could probably get definitely like some of it off of it, but I don't know that the frog even produces more, like a jar full. But
This would have been good to know yesterday.
You'd be hard pressed to know what it takes to get it to, you know.
no, I
secrete
mean
a
you
whole
could
jar of
definitely
this
get
stuff.
like quite a bit of this stuff. I think like a
Right.
jar full.
I already got it, so we're good. All right, so should we give crystals to the little Oleos dudes, or
No, probably
Sure.
not. No,
I mean, we have them. We've got the crystals.
we
Just
do.
put them on them. That like lays.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
put them on. Or everybody.
What?
can.
Okay, wait. I have a very real question. We're gonna stop playing music at some point in time, and we're gonna be situated with 30 plus. How many are left now? About 30 Oleos left, and they're gonna get angry, and they're
I
probably.
think we
gonna
kept
come
all
after us-
50.
Okay, well, it's 50 then. It's
Do a barrel roll.
yeah, no. That the plan is to have Trust pretend either to be a crew member that's a bard and keep playing while we go up there, or pretend to be an Oleos and be playing and while we
Yeah.
go
I
up.
mean, you don't have to
but-
be in sight to play music.
at
And
some
he
point in
thinks
time.
we're
Beauty of
fighting.
sound.
Yeah,
We're gonna
fighting.
be busy
we're
fighting.
fighting.
No,
Well, we're
because once.
fighting. Yeah,
They're
go
gonna
ahead, Trust.
hopefully fight too.
Why
Because
would they
Dick
fight?
Waylander's going to ask them to fight on.
No,
our
just because
side.
they're gonna get attacked by the
Yeah.
giant fucking. And I look around, giant fucking horrors that are waiting for us.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Right?
I'll play them some nice, rousing battle music. Maybe I'll get them in the
Gonna
mood.
arouse them?
No.
Is
No.
that how you're getting their souls?
Well. No.
Anyway, point being,
That's
at
how
some
she
point in
became a
time,
Scaly.
they might end up being used as a weapon against us, a very effective weapon, especially if we're in close quarters.
I don't think I'm not too worried about them in all honesty. In comparison to, I think they've just made great distraction at the very least.
Dick
At least at
Waylander
the-
kind of
the gate.
comes up to you, Killwise.
Oh,
Yeah,
just the man I
they're-
want to talk to.
They're pretty unpredictable, but they fight like the Dickens when they're, threatened. As long as they don't get the madness in them.
Yeah,
They'll
that's what I'm worried
serve,
about, since we're
they'll
going to
serve
the
as a front
place
line.
the madness comes from.
Yeah, so give them the
We're
necklaces.
giving them crystals right now.
No, that would be bad. We don't want the madness. The madness would make them fight us, I think.
Right,
No,
so
we're
give
giving
them the
them-
crystals.
Give them the
Oh, sorry,
necklaces.
give them the crystals. Apologies.
No, we'll give them cool, like, little collar.
We don't have
not collars,
necklaces
but, like,
of madness.
Cool necklaces.
Yeah, give them chokers so they can't take them off. They'll be real.
There you go,
cute.
chokers. Yes, chokers.
Yeah,
It's a bit out of fashion, but I think it's kind of fun.
it's a pretty good idea, I suppose. We've got some sailing time ahead of us. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut to
so
us
you
like
guys start
slowly
to-
like fucking dancing shit mother.
You guys start to load them up, and Trust, you gonna continue to play kind of this beach music?
Yeah, they're vibing. We're vibing. We're all vibing.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys do that. And Dick Waylander warms up his pipes to do something a little bit less loud once we go in to be a little bit more conspicuous. And you guys, Kelwise, are you going towards the large sphere?
Fine. Now's the time. Let's
Okay.
be gentle
The
with it.
ship lifts up out of the water using that Oki Kanuka horn, imbued with the essence of liftoff. As your ship ascends into the sky, now flying, as you move closer and closer and closer to this massive orb filled with this dark crimson madness swirling around angrily. Now, Kelwise, you had known that there were warnings, floating debris, large island-sized rocks floating around in this, and so somebody needed to
Lick the frog.
lick the frog, as we say, to see clearly, as it
Now's
opens
your
your
moment!
eyes.
Roll it up!
Well, no, it's a jar. You gotta come get it out of the jar.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna throw the jar up here.
No, because we need it. We need it for other stuff. If it fell, it'd be
Okay.
bad.
And I just
Yeah.
slide down the whole hole.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't do this last time, so I just dip my finger, or like, what do I
Yeah,
do?
just like
Yeah.
bloop, bloop, bleh.
Anyone want to prepare Pup for what they're about to go through? I don't personally know, but I hear it was quite a trip.
You're not going to be able to really see us, but you'll be able to see the castle, and you'll be having a great time.
Maybe
And we
just
need you to tell us what you see.
everything you see.
Did I miss
probably.
anything,
Maybe just-
Cornelia?
All right.
Nope. Just be very vocal and look up.
Okay.
Should
I will
someone?
talk out loud, but also I will talk into my ring the whole time.
Good.
Should
Yeah.
someone else do it so Pup has someone to see while they're under? No.
No, we don't need two people who can't.
All
I
right.
just
We're
want to
on
like
drugs.
Well, what
I-
about like Eric
go
Karate or
around my
something?
waist. Will I be able to hear you?
Could we? I don't remember. Could we hear the other people when we were? We had to get like really close to them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was more just like, to understand what you were seeing, like people-wise. You just had to be close, but you could see and hear everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just kind of like, man, things feel great. But you were, you were inebriated, so your body and your ability to like defend itself was severely impacted.
Maybe we make Slug do this so Pup can still fight.
Yeah, but Slug can't hear us. Oh wait, actually, hold on.
No, it's a slug is
That's a bad
is
idea. Because then if we
Slug
just
is a
shut up,
moron.
he won't know.
Yeah. No, I think
That's also
Pup,
true.
you're just gonna
I'll
have
just
to
do it. It
rise
should be
above.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, we do need you to still be able to fight.
I think should be fine.
How long did it last when we did it?
was maybe an hour.
I mean, you could see
Oh,
through,
alright.
right? To the thing, so you'll be able to see there when you're
Yeah,
there.
right. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
All right, just don't
Anything,
take
you'll
too
be
much,
fighting
just a little
even
bit.
better.
Hey,
It may be
Not
micro
put my
dose.
whole hand in like it's
Nope.
honey.
Wait,
No,
before you get high, before you get high.
No, one
Before you get
finger.
high.
One finger.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and also before you get high, can you cast Pass Without a Trace on us so we're a bit more stealthy before you get stoned? Great. And also here's one of those magical pebbles.
Not a trace.
Oh, sorry, that shadowy spell you put on all of us to make us more secrety.
What's a spell?
Oh, the thing you do.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Also, here's a pebble with magic on it, and it has a shield spell on it for you, pup. So just take that with you. So,
the tools that you put a spell in.
yes. So if anybody hits you, you can use a reaction to just try to make you. It'll make you more able to either avoid it or sustain it. No, don't eat it. Don't eat the pebble. Don't eat the pebble. Use it for the battle.
It's a battle pebble.
Okay, so I don't eat this one, but I eat that one, but only a fingerful, and then I keep this one. How do I use this one? I need to use it?
No, don't eat it, but just, hold it in your hand and just cast the spell, right?
Okay.
And I put it in my little pouch.
Okay.
In your little
Okay.
satchel.
Right. With one finger.
All right.
Anyone else? Anything?
Perfect.
Oh!
I look up and I look for the thread to pull to cast.
Okay.
Pass Without a Trace.
You cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh!
And as you start to sail closer and closer, you notice Eddard starts to sit up,
I keep forgetting we have him.
and his eyes kind of open.
It's because he's been asleep.
I suppose it's time, huh?
And he starts to hold his hands up, and this glowing orb of this yellowish blue light opens up around the boat, and you notice that as you approach this orb of madness, it pushes away any of that red that would seep in, ruining anyone, infecting anyone who would go in there. His body
Yes.
makes this larger and larger orb.
When we get close, I will make sure you are not infected by this. I can do little else. You see.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great. Thank you very
Alright.
much.
And Pup. The fog clears right before your eyes, and you don't feel any different. But everything that was light becomes dark, and everything that was shrouded becomes clear as only things inside this orb become magnificent. And you see this massive castle with a large spire, this angry jutting spire coming out, covered in this dome of brilliant energy, protecting it from outsiders. You see thousands of massive boulders swirling around, orbiting this massive island, and you see that it's a rough path in, if you could even get in at all. And you see this gate made of some dark wood, maybe 5 or 6 feet thick, with these massive iron planks and struts holding it up, and down below, far into the distance, 2 dots. But you can see these 2 dots, creatures, 4 legs, 3 heads, standing up at the front of this thing. And inside this force field, you see something shrouded inside, almost as if there's a gas swirling around inside the orb, protecting this castle. And you can see clearly in front of you that you're going to have to call out to Kelwise as he tries to maneuver through blindly, using only your direction. And then you start to hear it. Oh man, it might be the song of the universe. It could be something, but man, does it feel good. And inside, all the lights become every light. It's like every color is all the colors and none of the colors all at once. And it's like the air itself just explodes. And the Oleo's dancing on the deck, almost like a strobe light, as they're just... And the whole world becomes far out.
Did we make a mistake?
Cornelia, maybe.
Okay, there's a lot going on. Everything looks beautiful. Look at the Oleos. Whoa.
Okay.
But also, there's a lot of scary rocks in the sky. Or what might be scary, I don't know. I feel like if we hit them, it might turn into 1,000 little pieces of love.
No, I think those are rocks.
What?
Those are actual rocks.
The rocks? You want to hit them? There's one right there.
No.
There's one right there and right there.
And Pup points in the direction, Kelwise, and you start
This
to
is where the
swirl around.
rocks are.
And just as she points out, as they point out, you start to follow all the different directions Pup is pointing, or at least going the opposite direction. And these massive, just walls. It looks almost like just mountainsides just come into view as you skirt around them. Pup, roll me a survival check.
Ooh, I'm good at survival.
And Kelwise, roll me a
15?
survival check.
10 plus 5 is 15.
15. Nice.
24.
24.
Yeah,
Kelwise,
Coastal, baby.
you just have to put your faith in Pup. And maybe Pup at their most precarious. But Pup
Going
doesn't-
everywhere they aren't pointing.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
There's
It's
a little one. It probably won't hurt. That's
No,
a
it
huge
hurt.
one. Whoa. Let's feel
And very soon, you weave your way in this labyrinth of floating rock. And it's not just that you skirt around these rocks sometimes. These rocks are moving themselves. They have their own trajectory. So sometimes you follow a rock in and then curve around as you go up and down and all around. And you move in and out. And eventually, it just clears up. Pup, and you see this massive landing in front of the gates of this huge palace in front of you.
You guys want to go to this huge palace thing? It's incredible. Is this what you guys are talking about? There's a landing dock right there. Right there. No,
think
no,
that's the
there,
spot.
there. No, there.
All right, quick powwow before we land. We're gonna have to, stop slowly. And we'll probably have to anchor on land as well. In the event we need a quick getaway, anyone have any suggestions? I know we could always just pretty much drop all the water out of this thing and sink like a ship.
What I was going to suggest. Just
Can you use your necklace to stop instead of anchoring?
Yes, but only if I stay on the ship. So I don't know how much of a long-term solution it is. Thinking mostly
Okay.
for when we disembark. Yeah,
I mean, I have no idea. How did
I could try to
how did
freeze
Boylander
the
do it?
water, maybe in the pumps, that actually make us rise, but I don't know if it'll stop us from moving around, and it's temporary.
I mean, I figured just toss the anchor over or whatever.
Okay.
We could still be floating as long as we're tethered, right?
Yeah.
In worst case scenario, someone runs back up and then we cut the anchor line and we're free, no?
Works for me.
I have no idea how any of this works, though.
First for all of us, really.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and also, before we go in there, we need to pass out a few items. So I have a few pebbles here. Dresden, take this one of Fireball. You can use this either to destroy one of these doors or maybe people or the heart, whatever you want to use. But be careful.
Anything you want to keep cold, Tommy boy.
Yeah. Well, just know that there is a lot of it's a very powerful spell. So just be aware of that. It's going to be a lot of kickback. Also, Steve, you wanted to have a Witch Bolt spell, so here you go, second level Witch Bolt.
Oh my god, thank you.
And Trust, we can't have you dying again on us, so here's a shield spell as well for you. And I know Trust and Kellwise wanted to give out Cure Wounds spells to people.
Yep.
Who to?
I want to give one to Cornelia.
Yeah, I was
because
thinking the same
Cornelia
thing.
gets eaten every time we go somewhere, and
excuse me, sometimes I get eaten.
that's true. That's true. Fair
I
point.
also get eaten.
Yeah, I'll give one to Pup.
Okay.
All right,
All right,
Pup and
give
Kel.
them-
So Pup Cornelia, and I'll give this healing
What is
potion
this?
to.
Put it
Oh,
with the
gosh.
other one.
And do I have to be right next to somebody to use this on someone else?
Not in your mouth.
You can use it on yourself.
Joking.
Is it just a self one, or can I? And do they have to be right next to me, or can I cast it from like 30 feet away?
You need to be right next to someone if you're going to use it on someone else.
And Dresden, take this healing potion. All right.
What'd you give me?
I gave you one cure wounds spell, basically.
Okay, I think that's
have
pretty much
the-
it.
Jump
What is-
spell, right? Yeah.
Yes, you have the jump
Do
potion.
you want me to put any in this? Because we never actually talked about that.
Do you?
Pup, you're
A little different.
You're in a, you're in a state right now of pure inebriation.
Oh, I didn't remember. I meant retroactively because we had talked about this like when we actually got the things.
Yeah, I mean
We couldn't figure it out because you key points instead, I thought.
Yeah.
We
I thought
decided we didn't do it.
Rezik, what about the Archivist? Maybe he has some spells he could give us.
What is the shield
I
spell?
will ask him. It's basically a reaction that will basically so you use a reaction when you get hit by something like an attack, and it will up your armor class. So hopefully it will avoid you getting hit.
It's a one use. I can use it once.
Yeah.
You can use it once.
Once as a reaction.
Okay, cool. All right,
Plus
I need
5d
to
armor class.
give out my inspiration. You callywags.
Lastly, who wants the fire breathing potion? By the way.
Oh, that sounds sick.
Fire breathing.
I mean, if no one else wants it,
I
I'll
know.
take it.
Everyone's
It makes
afraid
you
to
be able
ask,
to
but
breathe
everyone wants
under
it.
fire? That's crazy.
What's
Well,
its range?
Oh, it's range.
The real questions.
Its range is
Is that a D8 or a
30
D10?
feet.
I mean, I'll take it if no one wants it.
Fucking take it.
I'll take
I
it.
think Cornelia. Oh,
Oh, wait, Cornelia?
okay, take it. Take it.
You trust you can sort of breathe fire already. I don't know if you need more fire.
There's a hat on a hat.
I can. I mean, I did learn that it uses up one exhaustion every time I do that one, so it's not
Oh.
unlimited. But
Never mind.
Okay, okay. Then yeah,
Kellwise-
take this. Yeah, take
no,
this.
no,
yeah.
Kellwise, you take it. Kellwise,
No, I didn't want it.
oh,
Wow.
Cornelia. Wow,
Trust has it. I'm putting it in Trust's hand, and they're taking
All right.
it.
You
Yeah.
all are killing me.
Cornelia, come and get it if you want it later.
I need it out, correct.
So Kellwise, landing the ship.
Wait,
what
I
is-
need to inspire everyone.
And I had a
who you-
question.
Okay.
You wouldn't let me
Next
do it
month.
earlier.
No,
We
Next
tried.
month on Aventide, we
No, no,
storm the
it's
castle.
better,
We
it's better.
tried to do this earlier,
Trust,
and
who are you-
everyone's going to war.
Trust, who are you giving inspiration to?
I'm doing a Mantle of Inspiration, which will give 5 people 8 temporary hit points.
Who are the 5? I guess who's the one who doesn't get it?
Well, whoever doesn't get it, I'll give them a regular bardic inspiration.
So who's the one who doesn't
like
get it?
Off somewhere.
All right, so I can
have the normal one just to.
You can say it, Trust. You're not giving it to me. That's fine.
That's not what I was gonna say.
I would skip me. Skip me, please. I don't want it. Give me the regular one. That's fine.
Trust. Who is not getting the Mantle of Inspiration?
Pup, because Pup's not there.
Okay. And Pup is getting a regular inspiration die.
A regular inspiration.
And that's a D8, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Pup, you already feel pretty good, and now you feel just jolly willikers.
Yeah.
All right. Steve, what's up?
Cornelia, I just remembered. When you guys went shopping, do you still have that whip? This was like right before I got knocked out. I just remembered.
One, and I'm going to open my cape, and it's hanging.
That is the one. That is the one. Yes.
Classic Cornelia cone.
Are you using
that?
that?
I still got it. All right. We'll see you later.
Here you go.
Thank you.
We'll talk later on the price.
By the way, I know you've stolen some of my things, so consider us even.
I didn't steal anything.
Cornelia, go.
So,
and
James, what
Tiny
exactly
toes.
am I equipping here? Because if I remember correctly, it was a magical whip of some variety.
It was a magical whip. Did I tell you Cornelia happened to tell you what it was?
You said it was
magic.
There was some
So no.
torment,
Whip
or
of
it was like moaning.
Undeniable victory, I think.
I think that was it.
Undeniable victory.
So no one in your
If anyone touches it, they disappear.
Whip it once.
They
I'm
get
not seeing it
teleported.
as D&D Beyond lists
You know what?
there.
You know what?
Yeah, the whip of Devo.
This is a
Whip it good.
you hold it in your hand and it crackles with wild magic.
Oh,
This whip,
wild
upon
magic
activation, provides a random result, as rolled on the homebrew
This is
random
the best.
magic table I have.
Oh my god.
It
What
can
would
be
be
used
even
once-
better is if
once a
he
day.
didn't know that.
Once a day. Oh my god.
Oh, come on, it's a whip.
Can he use it more than once a day as just
Well-
a regular non-magical whip?
Oh,
like
it's
a
a
melee
whip.
weapon?
Yeah, no, it's a
Okay.
it's a whip.
Okay, good.
If
Yeah.
it's wild magic,
Oh,
you
know what,
gotta
you know
roll
what,
a
you know what?
d20 to see if it goes off.
It's got D6 charges.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what?
Every time you use it, there's a chance
Okay.
it could
All right. You
go
know what? You're
off.
right. That'll be easier. That'll be easier. All right. Retroactively, we're working through this. We're working through this. You can tell us out this through. It's a magic whip. When you critical hit with it, with a D20, a nat 20, a wild magic effect goes off, just like a wild magic sorcerer. But I have a special
You're too
table.
nice. You're too kind.
I have a special table
Wonderful.
that I use. That's not the one in the book. So
Good. I'm going to
They're all
take that.
bad effects.
I'm going to wrap it around me like I have my old one. I'm going to take my old one. I'm going to go below decks and find the youngest citizen among us, and I'm going to give it to that person. And then I'm going to go back upstairs.
See, this is the
youngest
shit I was
person.
talking about, Rezik. He's giving
Yes.
whips to children. Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
giving my old
You know what I'm fucking talking about here?
The youngest.
He just gave that whip to an 8-year-old.
Yeah, that does seem a little dangerous, but
You
never know, they could save your life with it.
There we go.
And a young kid, a young girl, holds this whip, and it's a little out of sorts for her. She holds it, but she feels emboldened by it, and it hums with like these runic, almost.
Wait, I'd like to point out, I'm giving her my old one, not the magic one. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
what?
was my,
fuck would he
That'd be
give
some
the
crazy
magic
shit.
whip
I
to
don't
a
know.
child?
I missed that. I was looking for the wild magic
How?
table. I was looking for
Oh
the
my
wild
God,
magic
no.
table. I'm sorry, I missed that.
I was like,
I was
what?
like, wow, that's wild.
Do you
Okay.
imagine? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hope
Well,
that
you know,
isn't
she
too-
holds it, and she's maybe only like 15 years old. Way too young to be in a battle like this, but it's all you guys got. And she takes this whip and she holds it, and then like, you know, she puts down her board with nails and takes this whip, and she looks into your eyes like, okay, like I'm gonna do it. And her resolve steals after a few moments.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
And Tiny
On the
Toes, do you want to
wrists.
give that? Can I give that golden spear of confidence to Dresden just in case he wants to use it? We found it in that guy's cabin, so you never know what he can do.
Oh yeah.
Golden
He
spear.
probably
What?
needs this.
You're gonna use that?
Oh, God.
That is unnerving.
Dog.
Just hold it for a moment.
It's a Dresden. You notice it's a javelin,
What the fuck?
and there's like runes on it. And when you hold it, there's a feeling you get from this spear, this ballistic weapon, this throwing weapon, and it's proud. It's very, very proud. It's got an ego the size of the sun.
The spear?
This javelin does, yeah.
It's fucking
And it's-
everyone's an
and it's
asshole.
hungry.
Do I throw you, or do I like?
And yeah,
Is
and
it
it
a-
thrums. It's a throwing weapon. It's a throwing weapon, yeah. It's like a throwing spear, basically.
Just in case.
Put it into my
Yeah.
spear sheath in my back
Okay.
that I'm deciding I have.
That you have now. Yeah.
Cornelia,
Yeah.
So there's some
You have any
leather
other-
back there. Ram it in there.
fun things going on there? You seem to have a lot of interesting trinkets.
Well, I gave a lot of the people, the soldiers downstairs, my extra weapons, but we still have this club.
Hate that thing.
If anyone needs that, where is Camden?
That was
Is
the
he in a stadium,
massive
by the way?
club, right?
Oh, it's
That was
huge,
that,
right,
That was
yeah.
that giant, huge club that was almost. the
Hey
size of
everyone,
an
gather
onion.
around. You're not gonna believe what she pukes up next.
So maybe
What comes out?
if it's a giant, I would say maybe give it to the crystalline man, but he did say he's only so useful.
And
Was
he
that
kinda
the thing
looks
I
to
can
you.
swing if I have the glove?
Yes. Well, no, that was
So-
well. Funny you should say that. The crystalline man looks at you, Dresden.
Oh, fuck me.
Don't you worry about me. And he holds his hands up, and something very familiar to you, Dresden, calling upon something familiar, like a partner. He calls the mallet and Gongor to him. In the
Hey,
same way that you call the Herniax.
you can do it. Look at
And he
you.
holds it up, and it's still huge in his hands, but he holds them with ease.
That's amazing. Don't fall asleep. Yeah, just make. Yeah, because that's how we get out of here. Okay. Do you want water?
No, I haven't been able to swallow in decades.
Oh,
Story of my life.
That
Let's
sounds-
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, here we go, guys.
So
Should
how,
we be,
how are you?
should we be hidden? We should be hidden. Let's hide.
yeah.
Let's all hide.
Yeah, good idea.
And Trust, you stop playing, and Dick
No?
Waylander takes over the.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, that's fine. I was like, I don't stop playing. No. But yes, he can take over.
and he starts to sing a shanty of sorts as you pull in, as you guys slowly descend. And Kelwise, you're tying this boat down?
We're dropping the anchor.
Okay, you drop anchor and the boat slowly slows down, and now this big bubble that Eddard is emitting widens as this massive door becomes apparent. Two large creatures, huge creatures with 3 heads. A giant serpent, a ram, and a lion on this massive body with wings just stare at you as Eddard jumps onto a rope and slides down as the Oleos start to slide down after him off of ropes. And he walks slowly up to the gates.
Hey, Vragg, let me in. I've got information on your man. I know where he be, and the time to strike is nigh.
And there's a long pause as all 6 of those heads just kind of stare at him. And he kind of stands there, and you see him continuing to sing his little chant as these Oleos start to like wave back and forth. And nothing happens for a very long time as you start to see the Oleos, their eyes start to blink as his song seems to be losing them. And some of them start to... And you hear these sounds as this rhythmic chant he's doing isn't working anymore, and the gates haven't moved. What are you guys doing?
Someone might need to get a little bit more music going on down there. Can you
I'll
throw your voice just a little?
Playing again.
Okay.
Something sinister.
So you start to play music loud enough for the Oleos who have followed him, 50 or so of these things. And you start to play, and while one of the creatures stays watching him, one of the heads on this multi-headed beast kind of just switches over to your ship, Trust, in your direction. And it stands up. And it slowly starts to walk over to your ship. Where are you guys?
I'll disguise self. Can I disguise self to look like an Oleo if they're my same height?
Sure. Yeah. So
and I'll
look like an Oleo.
Make it look like it's got the crimson
right,
magic.
but like I'm playing the music, so like
Yeah, that's fine. That's fucking fine.
I'll like wander out of the cabin, like playing my music, but like going mad.
Okay, roll me a performance check on this. Let's see how you look.
A little Oleo's playing is kind of cute for some reason in my head. I don't know.
21.
21, yeah. So erratic fishman with red eyes, but the music coming out almost doesn't look like it matches your movements, out of rhythm and spastic, while your fingers play this unsyncopated mess that's kind of a beautiful masterpiece for those who feel what's going on, as this calm music starts to come out, but still just the tension is high. This thing is kind of right on you, and it walks over, and this massive snake head comes and rises up over the ship, looking around. And one of the heads starts to at the boat. What are the rest of you doing?
Someone hit it with the go.
I mean, yeah, do we have is that a thing that we think can work, or did Jaymes disillusion us of that?
I mean, the plan was to stay as quiet as possible to stealth in, but we can use it. We have more of it if you want to use some of it, but it was more for like the generals.
Yeah. What we need is the gates open, so.
Yeah.
I mean, does it look like it's just investigating, or do you know what I mean? Like
investigating. Yeah, as if it's kind of, it senses something. It doesn't seem like it's violent or anything, but it does seem very interested in this boat.
I say we hold. If it attacks and the gates aren't open, we can always pull anchor and leave.
Yeah, I like it.
Circle around, come back in.
Yeah. Just wait it out.
You guys wait, and it's minutes feel like hours as this massive behemoth starts to circle the ship, sniffing around, and you hear a sound.
Drama.
These massive gates start to slide open very, very slowly. These gates must weigh thousands and thousands of pounds. And when it's only open maybe a quarter of the way, you start to see a flood of these small imp-like creatures, maybe a foot tall, but dozens and dozens of them start to scamper out, almost trilling amongst themselves and snapping back and forth as they kind of flood out of these gates like they've been let loose. And a whole wave of these, they look like massive fat beetles with long, almost sword-like noses. Something similar to what a mosquito would have, a swarm of them. Maybe 100 of them starts to buzz around and flood out. And they seem very excited as there's a bunch of noise. And as these gates open, you can hear this loud, almost murmuring roar, something similar to what you'd hear in like a large crowd or a very, very, very crowded marketplace. All these little chittering voices back and forth as they come out and they kind of surround Waylander and these Oleos.
How's Waylander reacting to that?
Yeah.
And Waylander seems to be holding his composure. This seems normal. As he kind of looks back to the boat a couple times, not sure really where to go or what to do, he slowly starts to walk forward into the castle.
How open are the gates?
And the gates eventually, maybe a minute later, fully open.
How
How
far
big
away is this from the ship? We have to go down the.
It's maybe like 100
rope.
feet away from the ship itself.
100 feet down,
Or
over,
across.
directly
Yeah, you guys
over.
are pretty much at ground level. The
Okay,
gangplank
so we
is
could.
down. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the beast
Missing that.
in relation to the ship is still right next to us, or has it backed off?
It seems to still be sniffing the boat at different angles.
Well, we need to get that thing away while we rush in.
Yeah.
Is there any
Trust.
chance that my music I've been playing could enthralling performance this creature?
There's a possibility.
If it makes a wisdom saving throw below 16?
Well, let's see.
And as a backup, get that jar ready in case we need to drug it.
Charmed.
Are we walking in here or are we flying the boat in? I always thought it was the boat was going to go inside because it was so massive.
No,
Oh.
I think no. We're all
Okay.
storming in.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Trust
The boat,
this.
the boat
this
won't
creature.
fit it, will it?
I don't think so.
No, not the mast itself.
Okay.
Would be
Ah.
cracked off.
That
I
would've
mean, the
been
door is
fucking awesome,
tall.
actually.
The door is.
Yeah, I
I mean,
thought
the
the castle
boat
was, like,
itself. If the mast was down,
huge.
the boat might fit through this door. It's pretty huge, but with the mast as tall as it is and wide, it would get cracked off on the way in.
Okay, so.
But Trust, you notice
yeah,
that this cat starts to, the cat head itself starts to become playful and almost friendly with your music. And the snake itself starts to slither peacefully. And the ram head itself lets out just a little. And it seems to be enthralled by your music.
Yes. Sometimes I can be so cool. So I'll just start walking and follow behind Dick Waylander, and hoping that it starts to come with me and leave the
And-
ship alone.
This creature, as you start to get off the boat, this creature jumps and pounces towards you and then drops down real low and then kind of bounds about playfully. This creature seems like a puppy almost, as it's just kind of pouncing around, and the other creature kind of looks at it, and the snake head and the other one rises up in concern as they watch you walking up, and all those little chittering imps you see that are maybe a foot and a half tall look up at you, Trust. And they really don't know what to make of you as this music comes out of your body. What's up?
Question.
Is this the Chimera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I charmed the Chimera.
So
There's two.
So
There's two.
the whole body is playing this. But what are the other two heads doing?
The heads seem to be like the cat
Do you know what I
head
mean?
in the middle. This lion head seems to be playfully like a young kitten or a puppy. Seems to be playful, and the snake itself, the snake head seems to be enthralled, and same with the goat head. They all seem to be in just a playful demeanor.
Hear me out. Hear me
The
out.
other one seems
Right.
to be very concerned and kind of goes on alert immediately. Trust.
Well, I don't want to upset the other one yet. But in theory, this is charmed. So in theory, could I take its soul?
Now, Trust, you know that a lot of the essence of your soul magic has to do with desire, and specifically intimate desire. This thing, and you know that mostly animals just don't have the capacity for like like an interspecies desire is not something that just comes naturally to them.
I probably couldn't take an Oleo soul.
Now, Oleos
really feels like it needs a soul.
Yeah, the Oleos are maybe on the cusp because while they do have what looks like culture, it's hard to tell how intelligent they are.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
Did I get the vibe? Did I get the vibe when I was playing for them? Like I could take a soul with them being charmed by me?
I mean,
I thought that something just had to be charmed because that one guy I was able to take his soul because they also inebriated or asleep. You've said I could take a soul from someone.
Yeah. But those were also humans with.
Right. I'm just trying to.
Yeah. It seems like for the most part, for you to take somebody's soul, it needs to be somebody with a cognizant.
They have to want to fuck you.
Ability.
Yeah. I mean.
No,
it comes down to that. So
the one guy was
I can understand
asleep.
the frustration.
That one guy was asleep, and you said I saw his veins and could take his soul. He definitely
was dreaming
didn't
of
want
you,
to.
obviously.
Yeah.
He was not. He'd never seen me in his life.
Extreme.
Okay, so guys, by the way, I am sorry. This happens in imaginary worlds, but I totally did not get the concept of what we're doing. So I guess what I will also do while they're doing that is I'll go down to the should I go down in the ship and be like, hey guys, like just stealthily follow us and hide amongst the Oleos.
No, we're all down there. I don't think we
Okay.
can hide amongst the Oleos. They're tiny.
How are we gonna get all these guys in here?
We're gonna charge. Like we're looking for the
we're
opening.
just
is
charging?
what we're
Okay, I thought we
looking
were
for. We're all
stealthing.
running in at when the high sign comes. As soon as Trust basically, I think, does whatever Trust is about to do. That's
Okay.
That's my read.
Okay, all right.
I'm high.
Yeah, and way up at the top.
And Pupman does it.
Oh, I've already cracked in some honey, bro. Like
Yeah, dude. And the honey tastes maybe like the universe.
Nice.
Is
Just
the
a
universe,
little bit,
baby.
right?
Yeah.
It tastes like joy.
Got the
That's
munchies.
really what it tastes like. Yeah. Trust, what are you doing?
Okay.
Well, I was following along with the rest of the Oleos and Dick Waylander and hoping that the Chimeras would follow suit.
Okay. So are you charming the second Oleo?
I would love to try.
Or the second Chimera?
Yeah.
Let's see how this
I didn't
goes.
think that was a possibility. Oh fuck! Don't fuck this up. Do this.
do this.
It's on his roll.
Fortunately, the second chimera,
Who's
out
smart?
alert, slowly starts to walk in your direction in a predatorial stance. Now, as this chimera starts to walk over, the other chimera notices this predatory thing trying to attack what it sees as its friend and its master. And the lion on the uncharmed one roars out. It echoes through this place. This ram screams out, and both of them charge at each other. You hear this rumbling as the whole place starts to shake. You start to hear this
Think it's our
humming as
time.
these beetle-like creatures start to swarm around angrily, and all the imps on the ground start to scream out. They have these massive black dripping claws that they all start to jump about angrily as Dick Waylander just kind of falls to the ground. The rumbling of this place, and the Oleos, uncharmed, can no longer hear this, start to scream out, oh, and jump up with their pointy sticks, licking them quickly to make them as sharp as humanly possible, sharper than anything, as sharp as a nice set of Japanese chef knives.
All right.
And they start to go to war, and an all-out war starts to break out, and that's when you guys start to hear a noise. Crink, crink, crink.
No!
That's the one.
The doors slowly start to
Surrender.
close as you guys
we
give the
shout.
signal.
Charge!
Ah!
This is us, everyone.
And very,
go,
very
go.
quickly, you start to unload your boat, some a lot less willing, some of them kind of holding off inside. You notice there's maybe a dozen of them kind of just too scared to leave the boat.
Nothing to be done about it.
Oh, no,
Charge
I'm
ahead.
gonna turn to look at that crowd that's scared and be like, for Eddard's End and the Crystalline Man, and I'll just like try to like scream and like boost their confidence to like hopefully join
Okay.
us.
Yeah, roll me a performance check.
Yeah.
That just gave
Okay.
me for Narnia vibes.
Oh,
guess
for
I'll
sure.
heard.
I mean, all these creatures are giving that vibe too. It's just like a lot of. It's great. Sorry. So
You could, like-
it was 18 plus 6. That's 24.
24. You start to see those sitting by the wayside slowly start to get up. It's not like they're excited. They're scared out of their wits, but all of them slowly start making their way up. They all rush downstairs, and the second that these imp creatures and beetle creatures flying through the air see everyone unloading, they immediately, like a flood, start to descend upon your boat. And that's where we're going to pick up
Oh,
next time.
No, it can finally fly. Don't destroy it.
Oh my gosh!
To war!
Well,
I charmed a chimera. I wasn't
You tried
expecting
to Chimera!
That wasn't in the
That's
plan
not
at all.
happening.
But hey.
That was huge. That was huge.
Yeah! Oh, man.
thank you everyone for hanging out and watching.
Chimera.
Unfortunately, I'm going to Europe for 2 weeks. So,
Fortunately.
well, unfortunately
Unfortunately for us,
the
it's time
story.
for him.
I know.
Unfortunately for Europe.
Unfortunately for Europe.
True.
So I'm going to Europe for 2 weeks. So we will not
We've warned them.
have
Don't worry.
the Crimson
warned
Madness
them.
campaign for the next 2 weeks. Unfortunately. So I apologize for that, but we're all going to be revitalized and refreshed and ready for battle when the next episode comes. Thank you so much for watching. We love playing. This is Monday night is always my favorite night of the week. So, and that is in no small part to our wonderful cast and our wonderful viewers who make this just so fun.
I love all of
So,
you.
thank you, everyone.
Okay.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go to bed.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you,
I'm
James.
like, we'll see you in 2 weeks, I guess. So yeah, next 2 weeks, no more Crimson Madness, but the next
You in 3
week,
weeks.
Total War. So
Do we
see you in
have
3 weeks.
anything happening in that time period?
We're gonna possibly try. I'm not sure if my computer can handle it, but we will see.
Man, if only there was a place for them to find out whether or not we're going to be going live, like some kind of social media website or Discord.
We are on all of this,
We have
different
none.
sites, the TikToks,
Mostly
the Instagrams.
fans. Cullen's mostly fans. All the details that you want to see, and
We
also
post all the details.
you
Yep.
don't want to see. Yeah, come to our Discord. Join the Discord, and we'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. We might do some one shots or something fun if we can pull that together. But other than that, I know it's late and it's the beginning of the week. You got stuff to do. So we are going to say goodnight. Thank you, everyone. Please take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We'll see you in 3 weeks for more of our Crimson Madness campaign on -1 Charisma. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.